It's your boy, OSGOE, Onser Grove, of EVT in England. Man, I'm listening to these fucking idiots on the radio, dude. These fucking morons. As usual, there's always some stupid motherfuckers, man. Some lowbrow shit, just some weak-ass analysis. Some fucking weak-minded punks. You know, punk-made, chump-made, bitch-made, shakes. Yeah, man, so I'm listening to these people, man, talking about how, like, if there was some shit that took place that wasn't right, maybe there are some people who should be fucking punished in terms of the witch hunt. I'm like, dude, are you fucking serious, man? Are you still saying shit like that, man? I mean, are you that fucking stupid of a human being as an adult? Like, are you really that fucking dumb? Like, I thought you were a lawyer. Like, I mean, dude, where the fuck did you go to law school? Like, yeah, for real, dude? Like, because now you don't have any fucking common sense? So let me put it into perspective. By the way, thank you for tuning into this show. If you're a fan of this show, if you appreciate this show, if you support this show, then man, we 495 appreciate you. So check it out. It's obvious to everybody on the right that there was a witch hunt that took place. It's nothing short of a witch hunt. It's nothing less than a witch hunt. The whole fucking fraud document that Robert Mueller generated, the 440 some odd fucking pages of fraud information that he generated, is just a fucking fraud document. Why is it fraud? How is it fraud? Because it doesn't matter that it was authorized by someone in supposedly the U.S. government. It was unconstitutional. It wasn't fucking constitutional. There was no probable cause. There wasn't any real probable cause. It was all orchestrated by people inside the FBI who are fucking frauds. The people inside the FBI who are the rogue deep state inside the FBI, they're fucking frauds. And they orchestrated the whole thing. They put it all together. It's a fraud operation. And based on their fraud, they orchestrated, even more so to the point, a situation in which they would be able to obtain FISA warrants and other types of electronic surveillance tools, knowing the whole time that what they were doing was absolutely fucking fraud, that was all fucking fake. They knew that Christopher Steele's so-called intel was bogus. They also knew, not only did they know that it was bogus, they knew that they could use it as a pretext in which to obtain the type of fake authorization. Because when you don't really have probable cause and you obtain a warrant, you're a fucking piece of shit. When you don't really have real, true evidence or a reason to believe or any type of circumstances that warrant probable cause, if there is no, in other words, real, it might sound redundant, and I said that redundantly for emphasis. That's the whole basis of probable motherfucking cause. They created probable cause that was fake probable cause. And they did that using Christopher Steele's fake dossier. They knew that they were at the FBI and that they could abuse their powers as they have over and over again since before J. Edgar Hoover, but especially when J. Edgar Hoover was in office. That's when it really peaked, and that's when he really ramped it up and took it to a new level of unprecedented abuses of American power. So I'm just saying that before J. Edgar Hoover, they were still running fraud ops, the deep state. That is the abusers of power within our government. It didn't start with J. Edgar Hoover. It's just when he was in office, he took the shit to a higher level of fraud and abuse. So they knew and know how it all works. They understood that as long as there were other actors and other players willing to play along, and this Christopher Steele, former British spy, that he would produce some fake intel. They took that knowing how stupid fucking rejects are in our government, in other words, bureaucrats, fucking quasi-officials, people who call themselves officials, just fucking stooges. People who, they have the title of official, they work in some capacity, some role as official. Keep in mind, man, these are colonialists that stole land from the Native Americans. These are the occupiers of stolen land. They just laser print their fucking badges and they're like, yeah, we're fucking J. Edgar Hoover now. We stole your land. Yeah, we're the authority now. Okay? So these so-called fucking officials, not all of them are fucking up to they're not up to par, all of them, man, in terms of sophistication within our government. They're not all geniuses in our government, is my point. So they do stooge shit. They just have had a torch passed to them by J. Edgar Hoover. That's how they got their quasi-power. That's how they were led to believe that they're powerful, is because they had people before them, predecessors in government, who had been abusing power and taught, thus groomed these individuals after those predecessors. And so now they have some position, some role, some capacity, some fucking title, and they feel entitled. They feel empowered to abuse and continue to abuse the American government, as they always have, as they have grown to be accustomed, as they're accustomed to doing so. They know that there are these patsies and lackeys and stupid motherfuckers in our government because they're used to communicating with those motherfuckers that are stupid in government. And they know these rogue state, these deep state, FBI, quasi-officials, these torchbearers of J. Edgar Hoover, they know who's fucking dumb and who's not, and they know what they can get away with, man. So they knew if they had this Steele dossier coming from a former British, that is, other country spy, they knew that they could pass that shit off. Hillary Clinton, her fucking treasonous band, her camp, her clan, they bankrolled it. They paid for it. So then it looks even more legit because the Hillary clan, they put money behind it. So then you've got people in media in the U.S., you've got people in politics in the U.S., you've got these deep state so-called officials in the U.S., you've got this trifecta. Basically this, well, I don't want to say that, I shouldn't say that, but you have a triangle, if you will. You have a triangle of evil doers, and with that triangle, they were able to pass this thing off as if it were legitimate, as if it were authentic, as if it were genuine, and then they got their FISA warrants. They have their surveillance tools to spy on Donald Trump. So they were absolutely spying on Donald Trump. You're always going to have people like James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Robert Mueller, and the Lisa Pages and Peter Strzucks of the deep state, where they get on camera and they're already trained up to do this type of shit. So they immediately start trying to minimize what they did, and they start trying to use euphemisms, and it's all euphemistic, and they're just like downplaying everything. Oh yeah, you see, it's not really it is spying. It's absolutely fucking spying. It's surveillance. Surveillance is spying. Spying is surveillance. And that's absolutely what the fuck they did. It's all double speak with them. It's all bad with them. It's all lies, deception, artifice, subterfuge, every fucking word out of the English dictionary that is bad applies to them. And that's what they fucking do. They're the worst kind of people, man. They flout, the system, and they are hypocrites. They're fucking conceited. They're egotistical. They're abusers of fucking power. They have their double standards. They're above the law in their minds. The rule of law doesn't really apply to them. And then they and to add insult to injury, they play all these fucking childish puerile games, all these immature puerile fucking games. You can see how smug they are, how snarky, how fucking smarmy, how pretentious they are, and how presumptuous as well. Because, man, these assholes these fucking treasonous, seditious, wannabe underminers of American government, they've been doing it for so long. They didn't think they were going to get caught this time. And they had it all set up, man. They were all entrenched in this thing. And this coup is what it is. When I say this thing, I'm talking about specifically the coup attempt. The attempted coup against Donald Trump. It wasn't anything random. It's not like this whole situation in terms of the coup attempt happened inadvertently. It was all of it was formulated. It was all premeditated. It was all thought out. It was all very carefully calculated. By the way, this is a mobile podcast. I'm multitasking here. Yeah, it was all something that they put together, that they planned, again, orchestrated, and they're all in on it, man. And they all thought that they were going to get away with it. Because you see, they have been doing dirt like this in America since day one, since time immemorial. These deep state personalities, actors, bad actors, threat actors, domestic fucking terrorists, international terrorists, they get inside the government, they see how piece of shit motherfuckers are, they realize how stupid bureaucrats are, and how fucked up different sections of agencies are, and they immediately meet some people who are like-minded, who think just like them, just some rat-ass bastards in our government, moles in our fucking government. And when they're new, they become very quickly disenchanted, disgruntled. And so then they find out that the system in sections, not the whole system, but in different parts, is broken. And they learn what they can fucking get away with. And they start to feel even more empowered because now they're at the helm. Now they have these levers of government. They're able to pull the strings of these bureaucrats and these very powerful elites. And they feel this sense of elation because they feel like they're controlling global world events, like when they helped 9/11 take place. When the deep state, they had several operatives, actually, if you look at the declassified documents, they had several operatives within the terror cells of the 9/11 hijackers, and they let those hijackers carry out their hijacking. They absolutely did. You know why? Because they knew that planes were going to crash into towers, and they knew that these hijackers had been trying to do this shit for a long time, and they knew exactly what it was going to do. They knew that it was going to create the TSA. They knew that it was going to create some fucking Nazi Germany America type shit. They knew that it was going to be expanded police powers and budgets. These people are evil, dude. They don't give a fuck about human lives. They don't give a shit. That's why they told Colleen Rowley to stand down. Now, I don't even need to try to convince you that people within our own government allowed for those hijackers to fly their fucking planes into the Twin Towers. Look at the spies who sell out America. They sell out human beings. They sell out our clandestine operatives who were in foreign nations. Look at the shit that Edward Snowden did, that some motherfuckers refer to as a hero. His information, his information that he has spread around the world has resulted in deaths of undercover clandestine operatives and methods and sources and methods. The shit he's been doing, dude, with WikiLeaks is fucking terrorism. That means deaths of U.S. operatives, U.S. assets. And yet some hail him as a hero. You know why? Because a sick, twisted, fucking high-tech terrorist like him and like Julian Assange, they don't give a fuck, man. They're egotists. They're egotistical. They're conceited, rat-ass fucking terrorist bastards. They don't give a shit about people. They claim they do for their audiences that are fucking weak-minded. They pretend like they're doing it for America. They pretend like they're doing it for this, and that. But you know what they're really doing it for, man? To satisfy and to stroke their own fucking egos. That's exactly why they do it. And they do it to aid and abet. That is, to help and assist are foreign adversaries. That's absolutely why they fucking do it. Edward Snowden and Julian Assange, they're both fucking high-tech terrorists, man. You think that Chelsea Manning, you think that person, you think that Chelsea Manning is an American fucking hero patriot? You know, if anyone else had been Chelsea Manning, that person would have been in prison for decades to life. It's interesting that Chelsea Manning got out of prison, oh yeah, that's right, because aided and abetted by another fucking terrorist. That would be Hussein Obama Barack. That's right. You see, all these people, they fucking work together, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Obama, he's not going to scramble fucking jets for Edward Snowden. Why would he? Yeah, why would he? Why would he scramble jets? We could have easily captured, that is apprehended, Edward Snowden. Could have easily fucking caught him. It would have been easy to do. It would have been so easy to fucking do. Oh, but that's right. Obama, he doesn't want to scramble any jets to capture Edward Snowden. Just let him, just let him get down the road, man, far enough, man. Just give him a little heads up. You know what I mean? Just let him, just give him a little, you know what I'm saying, head start. Oh yeah, ISIS? Nah, man, don't do what you can to quell the flow, the rise, the uprising of ISIS, the increase in ISIS numbers. No, dude, don't do that. Just give them a little head start, man. Oh, and then in hindsight, then in retrospect, you can say, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I admit that I could have done more to stop the spread of ISIS, but, yeah, I had other priorities and I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Therefore, I basically helped the rise of ISIS. It's the same thing with 9/11, man. Same fucking thing. They could have stopped those planes from flying into those buildings. They didn't give a fuck, dude. They didn't give a shit, man. These people are so sick. They're so fucking sinister. They're so diabolical. They're so fucking evil. They're so internecine. They're so malicious and malevolent. They're so fucking dangerous. Dude, they don't give a shit. These are sociopaths, man. These are fucking terrorists. They don't give a shit about America. Yeah, just like they were willing, knowingly and willfully attempting to usurp, that is depose, that is overthrow a sitting, standing, acting, duly elected president. And you have the evidence of it. You can see it. They were caught red-handed. What else have they fucking done that you don't fucking know about? What have they done throughout history, man? They've been doing this shit forever. So for you motherfuckers on the radio to be talking about, oh, somebody might be in fucking trouble? Somebody might be in motherfucking trouble? Oh, okay. So we're not talking about a situation where these people are apprehended at fucking gunpoint? We're not talking about a situation where their homes are fucking raided and they're held at gunpoint and they're taken down for their attempted coup? Why? Listen to people on the fucking radio talk about somebody might be in trouble and somebody might be facing prison time. I don't give a fuck if you're a conservative Republican. If you're saying shit like that, like somebody could get in trouble, dude, you're minimizing shit and I question your fucking loyalty. I question your fucking so-called loyalty to the GOP, to the grand old party, and to Republicans worldwide. Anyone who's conservative worldwide, the Republic, America, you're talking about, you don't know, it's possible, it's hypothetically possible, someone could be fucking in trouble? Are you out of your goddamn fucking mind? You know how many people, man, how many people Mueller had arrested at fucking gunpoint, held at fucking gunpoint, he had their homes raided? You know how many fucking people he had lined up like some Nazi Germany type shit? Like they tried to do in America, man? Huh? And you're talking about these people that attempted to overthrow the... You know how the CIA, man, if there's a terrorist, they can put together a roadmap, a mosaic, they can look at the picture, they can do the link analysis in just a few hours, a few minutes, they can piece it all together? Has that not been done here? Is that not what's happening here? Is that just not happening here with these people who attempted to overthrow the president of the United States? Really? So how long are these people who attempted to do this shit going to remain free, walking around, doing interviews? Huh? How long are these people going to be on TV smirking and laughing and smiling and smug the fucking way that they are and that they have been, flouting the fucking system? Huh? How long in America, man, are people around the world going to be looking at America and seeing America that has let these people fucking skate thus far, scot-free, to attempt to overthrow a president in America who was duly elected? Is there no fucking justice, man? Is it really this double standard where Hillary Clinton and Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch and Maxine fucking Waters and all these motherfuckers, Nancy Pelosi, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, James fucking Comey, who was behind 9/11, with Robert Mueller and the lot? Man, really? That's how it is? No arrests? No investigations? How fucking long are you people gonna talk about investigations of those who just investigated illegally and unconstitutionally the president? When is it gonna happen, man? Like there's a coup attempt. When is it gonna be fucking carried out in terms of investigating those who just illegally and unconstitutionally not only fake investigated the president, because it's a fake investigation. That's my whole point. It was a coup attempt. It wasn't a real investigation. Are you Americans so fucking brainwashed, so blinded by this shit, just like Hitler talked about? You tell people the same lie over and over again. There was no real investigation. It was unwarranted. It was illegal. It was unfucking constitutional. Fuck Robert Mueller's motherfucking report. It's not a report. It's fraud. It's fascist. It's Nazi shit in America in the 21st fucking century. You people, fellow Americans, you talk about never again. You just let it happen again.